It's like little kids at high school, they used to get beat up and shit, and now you got a voice since the internet has been invented. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we ain't got to do this. Like, I'll be in LA soon. I'll be in Atlanta soon. Nigga, we can meet up and I'll kick the pies out your nigga. We ain't got to do this shit.
First off, a nigga beat me up, nigga. Definitely, that ain't never happened. So you definitely won't come to LA. For sure, you won't be coming to goddamn LA.
The heavy courtroom doors creak open, and out steps Hernandez Govan. Yes, that Hernandez, the man whose name has lingered in whispers and headlines branded as the alleged mastermind behind the assassination of young Dolph. For months, prosecutors painted him as the one who pulled the strings, the man at the center of Memphis's most infamous murder case. And yet, against all odds, against the stack of evidence that seemed impossible to beat, he walked out free. No shackles, no sentence, just daylight and open air, like nothing ever happened. You'd think after dodging a lifetime behind bars, Hernandez would lay low, maybe disappear into the background, keep his head down, thank his blessings, and stay out of sight. But Govan, not a chance. Freedom wasn't enough for him. Family, peace, a second chance. None of that came first. Instead, his mind locked on revenge. But here's the twist. His anger isn't aimed at rivals in the streets, not at the shooters, not at the gangs. It's aimed at the bloggers. The same voices he swears helped paint him as guilty before the jury ever spoke. Still, the question remains, how did he even walk out of that courtroom in the first place? Nobody knows for sure. What's clear is that the Memphis police stumbled at every turn. Evidence misplaced, leads ignored, crucial connections never followed. The entire investigation looked like it was crumbling in their hands, leaving cracks big enough for Govan to slip right through. See, people say Hernandez wasn't just CMG's errand boy. Nah, he had his own history, his own grudges, especially tied to J Money and D Money. Old beef, years deep, the type of blood feuds that don't just fade. Prosecutors tried to piece it all together, but the puzzle never clicked. And just like that, instead of prison bars, Govan is back on the streets, plotting, but not against his enemies in the game, against the people who dragged his name into the spotlight, the bloggers. Think back for a second. Remember that getaway car? The white Mercedes found parked outside a certain house in Memphis. Police didn't connect the dots, but the bloggers did. King AK-47, Ceddy Nash, and others were the first to point out, ain't that the same house where Straight Drop and JoJo Splat filmed their music videos? They were right, dead right. Straight Drop, cold, stone-faced, was one of the shooters, one of the men who pulled the trigger on Dolph. In truth, cops leaned heavy on a trail the bloggers had already lit up in plain sight. And that's what eats at Hernandez. That's why he's fuming. It burned him so much that not long ago, he even hopped on Instagram live with Ceddy Nash, trying to press him like some mob boss out of a gangster flick. But instead of fear, the whole thing came off laughable. More parody than power. The internet lit him up. Viewers called it dollar store Godfather vibes, mocking him for trying to play the role of a criminal mastermind, when in reality, the performance looked shaky, almost desperate, and that's where Hernandez Govan stands today. Not behind bars, not in hiding, but back in the open, holding grudges, pointing fingers and plotting payback, not in the streets but online, against the very voices that helped drag the truth into the light.
Yeah? What's the word?
Shit, you tell me.
Congratulations, fool.
Picture this for a moment. For years, bloggers have been out here shaping the narrative, spinning the same storyline over and over again, throwing out names, pointing fingers, breaking down who they claimed was guilty, who they swore had ties to young Dolph's murder. They built a case in the court of public opinion long before the actual courtroom ever had its say. And the internet ate it up, treating every theory and rumor like gospel. Then, out of nowhere, boom! One of the very men they declared finished, the guy they painted as a central figure in the whole plot, beats the case. Against all odds, against everything that was stacked against him, he walks out free. No chains clanking on his wrists, no bars closing in behind him, just back on the streets like the walls of the prison were never meant for him. Now you'd think after that kind of twist, the energy would shift. You'd expect tension, hostility, maybe even smoke between him and the very bloggers who'd been dragging his name for years. But instead, something almost surreal happens. He doesn't go ghost. He doesn't hide. He jumps right on live with the same bloggers who had been painting him as guilty since day one. And here's the kicker. Instead of pressing him hard, instead of rehashing every accusation they once pushed, these bloggers hit him with something nobody saw coming. Congratulations, smiles, nods. Almost like the narratives they spun, the hours of videos and breakdowns, the countless headlines, didn't matter anymore. Like all that heat just evaporated the second he walked free. The same voices that once wrote him off suddenly seemed ready to shake his hand. And in that moment, the line between watchdog journalism and street politics blurred into something strange, almost unsettling.
Shoot, what's going on, man? You straight? I mean, it's Friday night. You know what I'm saying? We would have thought you would have been on the town or something like that, bro. Like, you good?
Yeah, I'm always good.
Okay, it was you kind of. I don't know, man. You straight? You kind of looking at me like kind of funny, bro. Like that.
Man, you know, I just don't respect. You know what I'm saying, man? You know how, you was putting the narrative out, like I had something, like I was really in on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you tried to flip it when you got to the emotions and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
here's how he went down. For a moment, Hernandez had the upper hand. On live, he caught Ceddy Nash slipping. The energy shifted quick when Nash came in sounding almost too friendly, like, "Man, I hope you're good." To the crowd, it felt off, almost like the last 4 years of content never happened. Like he forgot all those clips, all those breakdowns, all those words that pushed Hernandez closer to an indictment. And Hernandez didn't miss the chance. He smirked and shot back. "Yeesh, I hope all is well with you too." That's when things got weird. Viewers felt the tension through the screen. It looked like Nash was backpedaling, softening up, chewing around the history that everybody remembered. Even people who didn't know the full backstory were watching like, wait, ain't this the same dude who's been accusing him for years? Now he's sending him good vibes? For a split second, it looked like Hernandez had flipped the script, like he had Nash moving to his rhythm. The crowd smelled blood. Nash looked shaky, but give credit where it's due. See, Nash didn't stay down. When Hernandez tried to clown him about supposedly being banned from Memphis, Nash stood tall and shut it down. Yeah, there was talk about the ban once upon a time, but the truth? He's been back to Memphis plenty since then. That angle fell flat, and Hernandez couldn't hold on to the momentum. In the end, Nash found his footing again, but for those first few minutes, it looked like Hernandez was calling the shots, and the live audience knew it.
They like bar you from Memphis from doing some goofy ass shit like that? Like,
First off, why you talking to, nigga? Any nigga ban me from Memphis, I do my step play. You can do that old man stale face shit you got going on, nigga, but this Ceddy Nash, bro, like I don't know what you got going on, bro, but I'm one of them niggas you don't come on the internet talking to me like that, nigga, for surely. I'm not that nigga.
one thing we ain't finna do is argue on Instagram. You know, I look at you as like little kids at high school that used to get beat up and shit, and now you got a voice since the internet has been invented. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we ain't got to do this. Like, I'll be in LA soon. I'll be in Atlanta soon. Nigga, we can meet up and I'll kick the pies out your nigga. We ain't got to do this shit.
First off, a nigga beat me up, nigga, definitely, that ain't never happened. So you definitely won't come to LA. For sure, you won't be coming to no goddamn LA. Nigga, that's one thing you won't do, nigga. My city? You talking like that, bro?
Just get ran out of your city for bringing Lil Woody to the 60s?
I got ran out of my city?
Then you have to pay some niggas out the 60s.
Trust me, if I pay anybody, I'm paying ops. That's who I pay, nigga. I pay niggas to get niggas out the way. Watch your mouth, nigga, before I slap the That's one thing. So first off, nigga, and you come to Atlanta, bro, let me tell you something. You slick ass little bean head ass niggas, bro. Niggas like you, bro, I slap the shit out of nigga. I'll give your old ass a wedgie. You probably wearing Depends out this motherfucker. Ain't you like, he's like 70-year-old talking shit, nigga, talking about.
By this point, it was obvious Ceddy Nash wasn't even taking it serious anymore. He knew the clip was about to go viral regardless, so instead of stressing, he leaned all the way in, laughing, cracking jokes, turning the whole live into something that felt less like a face-off and more like a comedy skit. Hernandez wasn't moving him an inch because, let's keep it real, Hernandez was never the one holding the bag. He wasn't the kingpin, he was the middleman, the alleged link in the chain, the guy who connected shooters to a payout. And in the streets, that story's as old as time. There's always somebody willing to crash out for a check. So Ceddy just coasted, flipping the whole vibe into entertainment. Like Flakko said, when some dude from LA hops online throwing threats, the only real danger is dying of boredom. No pressure, no real risk, no chance of even brushing a hair on his chin. That's straight facts. And that's why Hernandez felt so bold. Talking slick, claiming he's sliding to LA, sending out threats to bloggers. Deep down, he knows nothing's gonna happen. It's all bark, no bite. Just another act in a play he's desperately trying to star in. But here's where he messed up. According to Flakko, Hernandez crossed a line the second he dragged his name into the mix. And that's a move you don't walk back.
Man, I can tell the way you talking, you ain't even been in a fight probably. You just, the only fight you been in is in your dreams, nigga. You just talking. We ain't got to do all this goofy ass shit, nigga. Let's just line it up, nigga. I'll be in LA in like 4 days. Where you at?
I'll be in LA, nigga, 3 days and wait for you for 5 days, nigga.
All right, so I tell you what, when I touch down, nigga, in 4 days, nigga, I'm going to drop my low and let you know where I'm at. And I'm going to see if your podcasting ass going to pull up and stand on all this gangster shit that you talking. And I want to know.
I'm not a gangster. I'm rolling, nigga. That's number one.
Put you on, first of all. I think you around here claiming the 60s on some goofy shit.
First off, nigga, come find out. Come to the set. Come find out. Come to the set, nigga. Yeah, come to the set and find out, nigga.
Hey, I'm free of all charges now. I'm slapping.
You bring your ass. You bring your ass to LA. You bring your ass to LA, nigga. I'm gonna find out. And if I'm paying niggas, I'm gonna pay niggas. And you ain't gonna make it, nigga.
Oh, okay. So you talking like you paying niggas on Instagram. You saying all that goofy. That's how I know you're a goofy. You saying shit like that on IG. What you gonna do?
No, you said I'm paying niggas. I said if I was to pay niggas, it'd be to paint niggas. Ain't none of that shit on my rap. I'm a nigga that get my hands dirty. I ain't gotta pay nobody. I tell my niggas, hey nigga, don't breathe, let that nigga go. I'll pay LA to stay off your ass just so I can catch you. Fuck is you talking about?
And nigga, I plan to be at No Jumper soon. Ain't that one of your second homes, nigga? You can meet me there, nigga.
Man, if I catch you at No Jumper, you gonna catch the black part of my hand, nigga. You type of nigga I smack with the back of my hand.
Eyes out your ass in front of Adam, Remo, what's the name made the goofy ass shit about my daughter? The fat nigga name.
Man.
That one mistake was enough to flip the switch for Flakko, and his clapback came quick.
I'm the fat guy, okay? That's me. Now, if you're gonna be in LA and you're gonna be looking for me, I think that we should schedule something. Schedule a meetup. Now, here's the thing, okay? Am I terrified of this dude? I'm not, okay? Is he really dumb enough to make a threat online after beating a murder case and then come and execute that threat in person?
Poetic Flakko came out swinging, No hesitation, no stumbles. He laid everything out plain. The video he made about Govan's daughter, according to him, it was never meant as disrespect. He said he never insulted her name, never dragged her character. All he did was raise a question. Was her father's lifestyle, his choices, the very life he lived, part of the reason tragedy found her? To Flakko, that was a fair question. Not a shot, not an insult, just a hard truth nobody wanted to say out loud. But what really lit the fire wasn't the content, it was the threats. Hernandez Govan out here talking about sliding to Los Angeles, making moves against bloggers. Flakko wasn't buying a word of it. He laughed it off, brushing it aside like background noise. That's not happening. Not in L.A., not to me. He crowned himself the king of L.A., reminding everyone, I've disrespected the so-called tough guys and I'm still here untouched. And that was his proof. If the real heavy hitters in the city, the ones with actual reputations, actual pull, hadn't made a move on him, why would an outsider even think he could? Flakko doubled down, saying people in Los Angeles either respected him or, at the very least, recognized the energy he carried. Sure, he admitted he's had run-ins, small conflicts here and there, but nothing ever came of it. I'm always outside, I'm always around. He said, if the ones I went at didn't touch me, what makes anybody else think they can? So when word got out that Govan wanted him at that interview, Flakko didn't flinch. Govan had already said it himself. And to Flakko, that was a green light. If he wants me there, I'll be there, he declared. He wanted to see if that same tough talk Hernandez had been throwing around online could hold up in person. And he even threw in a slick jab, pointing out Hernandez's size. Barely 5'3", maybe 140, 150 pounds at most. I want to see this tough talk, Flakko said, making it clear he wasn't impressed with the image Govan was selling. Still, Flakko didn't slam the door on peace. If it stayed calm, it would be peace. Simple as that. But either way, he promised a real face-to-face conversation was coming. He wanted to look Hernandez dead in the eye and tell him why he believed he was tied to young Dolph's murder. Why he thought Govan's choices, his moves, his connections all played a role in setting the stage for tragedy. And if Govan wanted to clap back, Flakko was ready for that too. So here's the real question. Is Flakko actually stepping into that room for a showdown? Or is this just another back and forth for the cameras? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.